Hello everyone, this is Tessa. Welcome back to my channel. If anything is really screwed up, I apologize. I was in the middle of creating some new backgrounds and stuff like that, overlays, etc. And I got a phone call from my Medicaid case manager saying that they found a new, and I mean new, it's new, not just another, but new assisted living facility. So I had to stop everything. She sent me paperwork by email, and I had to start filling paperwork out. So that meant stopping what I was doing. And because I have to try to get it in the mail, because since I have to mail a check for a background check, talk about the other place didn't ask for that, but this place is asking for a background check. So I had to write a check. So the only way I could do that, I couldn't send a PDF because I needed to send the check at the same time. So I printed out the PDF after filling it out so it's printed neatly. And then I wrote out a check and stuck it in there. And tomorrow I got to get it in the mail as quick as possible, because it's going to take a few more days. So we're on to the second one. Hopefully this one works out better. This looks nicer. It's further away, even from where my daughters are. It's further away, but my one daughter is not that far away from there, so she wasn't concerned about the distance, and my other daughter seemed excited about it. She'd been on the website, and she says, wow, it's near, I forget the name of the place. It's a well-known place around here, and she's like, it's near there. I'm like, okay, cool. What got me was when I read that, the suites are all private and the bathrooms were all private. That's what I was concerned. And I know it's not just a Medicaid facility, so I don't know what the difference between Medicaid and, private pay would be. Do we still get private, apartments or suites or whatever you want to call them? She doesn't know, my case manager doesn't know anything more about it than we do. She says just send all the information in, and hopefully they don't have, she asked them about, do they have any stupid rules like, the insulin pump, which she says, my clients is not worried about if she has to go back, to insulin by injection. That was, the doctor wanted to have that for convenience, but they're going to be taking care of it. I'm not too worried if I have to go back to getting insulin shots. Really aren't that painful unless somebody doesn't know what they're doing. You really don't feel much. So, the woman says, I can't imagine why somebody would require that. So, she says, give us a call. If we send and ask for the doctor records, make sure, medical records from, make sure you give us a call and let us know so we know who to keep an eye out for, so that, it doesn't become an issue. If it does become an issue, she said, I don't think it will be, but just in case, make sure you call us as soon as, we actually ask for medical records, because if we ask for them, then, they're liable to have the same issue as the other place. But she doesn't think so. She says, sounds pretty ridiculous to her. So we'll wait and see what happens. I'm not on comments. Helps to be on comments in case somebody says something. So I pinned it up there because I really don't know what it's going to end up looking like. And let's see. Can I see what my Twitch looks like? find my Twitch. Oh, there's Twitch. Well, hopefully it'll be okay. At this point, it's really hard to tell because I don't have everything on. But when I click it, I'll have to remember to go over there and check and see. And I also tried to set up Nightbot on here, and it wasn't working. And then I thought about it later on. I thought, wait a minute, there was nobody streaming in the chat, so it may not have worked because there was nobody streaming for it to work. So if you see Nightbot, it's because they did try setting up with reminders. See how annoying that ends up being. So I'm back to that, anxiety state again. Worried about if they want to go further, if they don't want to go further. Like, I'm worried either way. I'm silly like that, but that's the way it is. Hi, Jenna. I'll be in and out of the room tonight. I'm with Mom. Oh, okay. Well, good luck. If you see Nightbot, like I was saying, Nightbot's on, but I couldn't get it to work, but I may not have, because I didn't have any people, it may not have worked. There's nobody in the stream. And if my designs may be screwy because I was still working on them and I ran out of time. Because then I got another place interested, and I had to stop everything and fill out paperwork. So I was working on that. So we'll see. Hopefully everything's not too screwed up. I mean, I can go in and, I think, turn most of it off. But I'm not positive. I hope to have it all set up and ready to go, but I ran out of time. I was even watching the time, and I was still managed to be a few minutes late. So, okay. How's your mom doing, Jenna? If you're still here. I keep forgetting. I have to. I line that up not too bad. Unless it's longer, a longer sentence and takes more than one line. You're also on mute. Listen when you can. Okay. Good to know. So I got, I think I got about 3,000 words left till I hit my nano goal. I got quite a bit written over the last week, and I'm writing all this, and I have no idea if I'm actually going to use it, but gotta write it. Unfortunately, I have to write it. So temperature is hot. No, it's only 86, but it's still hot. And my foot hurts. And tomorrow I start physical therapy, or at least the evaluation. I don't know if they do anything or just evaluate. And it's really bothering me tonight. It hurts pretty bad. So that concerns me. That, I mean, I don't know if it's normal or not normal, really. I hope it's not going to be an issue. And I'm having a lot of trouble with it. And today it really, really does hurt. So I have to make sure I go to the post office on my way, because I want to make sure I get that thing mailed out. The application and the check. Because I was just going to try to send the PDF back to her, but she didn't realize that it says right on there that, you know, check has to be included before a background check. And I'm like, I don't think I can do that by PDF. So I don't have much choice there. But I was out earlier and it was hot, it was uncomfortable, and I have no air in my car, so it was really not fun. The only good thing is I didn't have to sit there forever waiting hours for an appointment, because they don't let you in to sit in the waiting room. And they overbook so bad that sometimes you sit there 2 hours waiting in your car. I have no air conditioner. It's unbearable in this heat to sit in the sun, especially on the kind of driveway is that it's not gravel, it's asphalt, I guess. It's flat, flat. But it gets really hot and it's black, so it definitely gets very hot. And between the heat coming out of the car and the heat outside. But I'm not getting injections right now, so it doesn't really matter. Too much, as long as they don't make. I had to go do a urine test to get my medicine. And I don't know, I guess they didn't know when I was in last month that the guy was retiring. Sounds more like he quit, because why didn't they warn us? And why did they make my appointment for that office and then suddenly switch it to it had to be telemed, because they're way up the top of the state of New Jersey. So there was no, it's not like I could drive to the office. Thank God they didn't make us drive to the office. We're talking up North Jersey. So he must have quit, because they're in a mess right now. And she said, well, they gave me an appointment. She said, we should have somebody by then. Thinking, yeah, you obviously were blindsided. You had no idea. So, not much I can do about that. Well, let's see what happens when I try putting my timer on. Did I screw up? No, looks all right here. Let's see how Twitch looks. Oh, it even looks all right on. Yeah, it looks all right on Twitch too. Quite cool. I got it all screwed up though, because there's overlays and backgrounds, and overlays, go on and stay there, and backgrounds are behind, and I was having trouble. Like if I put this on so that I'm on there, you see the purple boxes stay because they're part of the overlay, I was trying to make the whole thing part of the overlay. I don't know if I can, right now, without screwing everything up. I don't know if I can do that or not, but okay. So the timer fits. Nothing is covered up. The only thing that's going to be covered up will be if I run one of the banners here. That'll cover that up. Or if I click on like this, it'll cover it up. But I mean, it's not. What happens if I put mine's longer? It completely, yeah, really. That'll really be messed up. But it doesn't stay there long, so it's not that big a deal, I guess. Okay. Alright. 15 minutes have gone by, so I'm going to set the timer. See if anybody shows up or not. I know Melanie's not coming till around 9. Jen's popping in and out. I don't know if anybody else is coming or not. I'm going to go ahead and set my timer for the first sprint, and we'll go from there. Let's see if I put what happens when I put the banner for the first sprint up. Does it cover anything? No. I didn't do too bad. Guessing as I was, I didn't do too bad. I wanted something brightly colored. And I was watching a YouTube video today on how to make overlays for Twitch, and happened to see this one when she was making it, and I had Pixabay, so I just signed it into Pixabay and I searched till I found it, and I liked it. I love all colors and everything, so a little bit different from my pure teal one. But I like it. I like it. I like the colors and everything. So I made it nice and bright. So, all right. So of course I didn't, I had a reboot in the middle of getting the PDF from my care manager. I had to reboot something. But really screwy, so okay. So I got to reopen Word again because it's closed because I didn't reopen it. So I was trying to get my design done in time and get those papers filled out so that they're ready to go. I don't want to end up forgetting and then have to spend half the night because I got to get up early tomorrow. So, all right. So let me set the timer. I have it set for 25 minutes. We're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, wait a minute. What happened? Oh, it's set for 5 minutes. Hold on. I could have sworn it said 25 up there. All right, let's try this again. Start. All right, now it's 25 minutes. Talk about screwy. All right, let's see here. on a second.
Hello.
Welcome back. I don't see anybody new here. I worked on a blog post, and the first one was fine. But as soon as I tried to do the second one, WordPress started acting up again. And I don't know what the issue is, but it makes it very difficult for me to do anything when it keeps acting up and I can't. I mean, they put a whole new formula for setting things up, and it was messed up. Then it was working. It's messed up again, and I don't know if it's just me or not. I'm just one of the lucky people that it doesn't like. But it's hard because, like, I'm not just writing a blog post. I take, because I'm doing prompts, I do them each week. I take the one from the week before or the day before, if it's the daily one, and I copy it as a template. And I never had a problem with it. Now all of a sudden I can't do that. It won't let me do it. And I having to redo the whole thing over from scratch for every post is time consuming. And it was so much easier the other way around. So I don't know what's going on with it. It annoys me. I stayed away from it last week. I just so disgusted with the whole thing. And now I'm still doing it. I just had to completely redo the second one. I had to start over again. And I'm not even done, so that doesn't mean it won't screw up again when I get a little further along in it. It's just aggravating. I mean, I like blogging, but I have certain ways that I was used to doing. And like YouTube, they are constantly changing things. And it's usually not for the better. It usually causes all kinds of problems. Which is so darn annoying. So, that was the first sprint. Didn't get a whole lot done. A little bit of progress, but not much. I'm still fighting with blog post number 2. The first one, it was fine. And this is all freshly rebooted. So it's not that. Like, reboot isn't going to do anything. It's not, unfortunately, going to help any at all. So, because I have rebooted so many times trying to fix this WordPress problem, and it doesn't work. It doesn't make a difference. It just keeps on doing the same thing. Very annoying, to say the least. I got to watch my time tonight because I have to get up early tomorrow morning, so I can't be going for hours after my allotted time because I need to go to bed. I have to get up at 7:30 tomorrow, which may not sound early to a lot of people, but when you're used to staying up late and sleeping late, it is early. So, but they gave me a 9 o'clock appointment, so I have to get up and be ready for it. That means struggling to get the shoes on, and struggling to get dressed, and all that stuff takes more time than it takes the normal person, because I have to. My shoes I put on the bed, and I have to sit sideways, stretch my leg out, try to get the sock on it, and then try to get the shoe on it, and then stand up in the shoe, which is not good for the shoe. It breaks down the sides of the shoe. But Not much I can do about it. Hi, Funky. Nice to see you. Jenna's popping in and out. She's with her mom tonight, so she can't stay. So she'll be popping in and out. And I was just telling how much trouble I'm having with WordPress. WordPress hates me. I don't know if it's everybody or just me, but Funky says I have to take my son to his friends in a minute. So I'll be back one from Starbucks in about an hour. Okay, well, maybe you'll catch her on one of her popping in and out. As far as my health, it's the same. I mean, whatever happened the other night, I think one of the blood clots in my lung moved into the airway again, because that's what it felt like. But they did do a CAT scan, and they said they are shrinking, but it's going to take a while. So, I can expect this to happen off and on until they're gone, because they cut off the air, the airway. I'm like, great, I don't want to keep doing this. I mean, it didn't last long. It was just a few hours, but it was a pain. Hi, Courtney. Nice to see you. Funky says, I missed that, but caught your retelling on the follow-up stream. Yeah, I had, as usual, a whole group of people here. You gotta call, you gotta call, you gotta call. And I had both daughters on the phone this time. They both got the call, and they both called. Usually one does and the other one doesn't, but they were both on there. I told them, you're on live stream, so whatever you just say can be heard. But she's changing. My older daughter's starting to realize that something dangerous and more serious could be going on, and she doesn't just automatically get that attitude anymore. She's actually telling me that I should, get help when I need it. And so, it's okay. I understand. It happens. It happens. It happens a lot. So, she had to get up at 3 o'clock. At 3:30 in the morning, I called her and said, you're going to have to come get me, because they decided to send me home. And I hate when they do that. We're going to keep you. So then I tell her, all right, don't worry about it. Go to bed. They're going to keep me. And then 3:30 in the morning, oh, we decided we don't need to keep you. We're sending you home. I said, what am I supposed to do about a ride? Well, you got until we finish the discharge papers to get someone to come pick you up. I'm like, gee, thank you very much. Now I got to go rouse the family tree to see who's awake enough to come pick me up. Well, so it ended up being my daughter. And she was very pleasant about it. And so things are getting better between us. Funky says, well, I hope things continue to improve. I do too, believe me. I just got notification of a new assisted living facility. Got the application papers today, which I filled out today. I wrote the check for the background criminal check, because I get to pay for that. And I got it all filled out and ready to go to the post office tomorrow morning. And this is a brand new place, so, and they're all private. It's all private. It's not sharing with somebody. As far as I know, that includes the Medicaid people, not just the private pay. But I think the way they make it sound like it includes everybody. So I hope that's what it means. Courtney says, glad it looks like you're doing well. Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, it's just that precise moment, obviously, one of the blood clots moved in front of the airway, and I just couldn't breathe. Which one of those could end up killing me? I mean, there is that problem. So we just have to hope that none of them get industrious enough to completely block my breathing. So, yeah, doing well as could be expected right now. Okay, Funky, I'll see you in about an hour or so. Get ready to rumble. Courtney and I are going to get up ready and rumble. I don't even think we live anywhere near each other, so it's kind of hard to rumble when you're not near somebody. I'll see you later. So you have something to write tonight, Courtney? I got about 3,000 words left to the goal on my nano project. What is today? The 20th? Sorry, 20th. So I have 10, 11 days. I think I can do 3,000 words in 11 days. Courtney says I'll be editing a video, then I'll get to writing. Sounds like a good thing. I don't have to edit a video, so hopefully my computer won't get stupid on me tonight. And well, WordPress is being stupid. WordPress has been stupid for a while now, and I don't know how to fix that. So, well, let's go ahead and start our second stream. I created new designs today, but if they don't work well, it's because I was really rushing, and I'm not sure they're going to work completely the way I want them to, because I wasn't sure what I was doing, and I was having a problem earlier. But I love the colors, really neat colors, so it's very colorful. Okay. Well, that's true. I guess that Nightbot thing isn't working, because I haven't seen, at least I haven't seen it. So I guess it's not working. I don't remember seeing it come. Oh well, it's not that big a deal. Didn't have it before, so not a big a deal if I don't have it now. So let me go ahead and start our timer. We got 25 minutes, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hi, Jenna. I guess you can see Funky was here. He's going to try to come back in a little bit. But maybe it'll be one of your times popping in. I'm having trouble with my WordPress again. Well, everybody, that was our second sprint. I read the messages on my blog. I looked at a couple prompts to see if I'm going to do them. I got a bag of unsalted potato chips, which are the most tasteless things in the world. But I'm not supposed to have a lot of salt. So I'm trying occasionally to do the right thing. But God, they have no taste to them. Ugh. So I see Jenna popped in for a little bit. How'd you do, Courtney? Yay, you finished the video. I don't know about you, but I find video editing so difficult. And since I don't know what I'm doing, it's like this real struggle. So I don't really enjoy it, though I know there's probably lots of people out there that do, but I don't. So now you just gotta upload it, which will take forever because my Wi-Fi is slow. I had super long uploading times before I got the Ethernet cable. The Ethernet cable plugged from my computer directly into my cable box made things a whole lot better. I need water. I didn't know if I had any. So the Ethernet cable was a big help. Everything's faster. It would take hours and hours and hours and hours for a small video. My Wi-Fi was so bad. So now it's plugged directly into the cable box. It's a lot faster. Though now I'm using StreamYard, I got terrible quality. But I can't seem to get my phone to transfer over to my computer anymore. So I'm kind of stuck with StreamYard to make videos with. So, it takes a while for them to get caught up and synced and everything. So the very beginning of them are terrible. They're not too bad by the time you get to the end of it. Because then by then everything's starting to sync up. But in the beginning, it's terrible. I haven't really felt like writing too much tonight. That's one problem. It's a good thing I have 11 days because I got 3,000 words to go. I mean, as long as I don't edit, I can go through those 3,000 words pretty fast. It's when I stop and edit that causes a problem. And that's one of the bad things I do. I stop and edit. And I was going through part of it earlier looking for something. I'm like, some of these edits I should have done, because now I'm looking at the words trying to figure out. Must have had my fingers on the wrong key. Like, what the heck was I trying to write there? You know, if you put your fingers on the wrong keys, you can come up with some pretty strange stuff. So, I just realized that the two purple boxes that I put on this design have the same information that's on the bottom of my design. So you either need to put something else in those boxes or take the line off the bottom. I mean, it does get covered up if I put a banner on there. Or put people's, like, you know, like if I put your thing up there, see, it covers up the bottom. And unless it's really long, you can still see the boxes, what's in the boxes. I don't know. I got interrupted in my creating today, so I kind of threw something together. And now I'm just realizing that I just copied the same thing that was on. Didn't even realize it. I was trying to make an overlay, but it's a combination overlay and a background. The only thing that's on the overlay is the two purple boxes. Everything else, I'm afraid to do too much because I might end up losing the whole thing. My foot is really bothering me. Tomorrow's the start of physical therapy. Whether I do anything or just get evaluated, I'm not sure. But I know right now it's really sore today. More so than normal, which is not good. So I'm not really great with design. I mean, this doesn't look too bad. But I just realized, like I said, that I got the same thing on the bottom as I have in the two boxes. And those boxes are okay. I can move the one up and put another one at the top. Wipe out the bottom. Then nothing would get covered over. And move up the one on the bottom just a little bit. Try not to cover myself up when I do it. I'm not a design person. Unfortunately. That's my daughter. She's great. She's a fantastic computer graphic artist, but I am definitely not. I mean, she went to school, which helped, but she has that design, you know. She has that flair for design that I don't have. I mean, I look at it, and I mean, this one doesn't look too bad. Some of them are pretty weird looking. Okay, well, I guess it's time now for our third sprint. Trying to keep track tonight. And we're an hour and a half in. So we have 2.5 hours left. Melanie's supposed to be here around 9. So she should be coming soon. Jenna's popping in and out. Funky said he's coming back in about an hour or so. So far, nobody from Twitch has showed up. Sometimes I wonder if it's even worth it. So much trouble. And then, because I knew I didn't want to say too early I hit 200 people, because I've already lost 2 of the 7, the 207. I already lost 2 of them. So I knew I didn't want to say it too early, because I knew that happens. And I didn't want to end up back below 200 after saying, hey, I made 200. All right. So let's set another timer. I've got a couple more posts I can look at and see if I feel like doing prompts in my blog before I pull out my story and work on it. All right. 25 minutes starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hello, Megan. Nice to see you. It's happening to pop over there. I thought it said one up there, and I saw one, and I didn't realize it meant I had a person in there. Ah, there's Melanie, too. I missed that. How did I miss all this? I thought I was just in here. Wow. You guys get typing like crazy. Alright, so I ended there. And then we have Megan popping in. She's stream hopping. Melanie says, good evening, everyone. Hope you've all had a great day and are being productive tonight. I'm certainly not being super productive. My WordPress doesn't want to work right, and I'm just tired. I got word that there's another place opening, brand new place opening up. So I got an application I had to fill out tonight and get it sent out, and I have to, of course, I have to pay for a background criminal check. So that I wasn't planning on putting that out. But obviously, because the other place didn't request one, but either they did it and didn't charge or whatever, but this place is charging me $35 for a criminal check. So I had to put that out, get that filled out today. The place looks nice. It's further away than the other one, but it's brand new. So that's cool. Jenna says hi to Melanie. Melanie says, I came in with 12 minutes left in the sprint, but wanted to wait to say hi so as to not disrupt the aforementioned productivity. What productivity would that be? I don't think Courtney got a video done, but that's about, that's about it. And a couple blog posts that I had to fight with, you know. Not so much productivity going on for sure. Mommy says hey to Jen. Jen asks, how are you? Melanie says, I'm actually in a really great mood today. My work days are flying by, which is awesome since I have a 3-day weekend coming up. How about you? 3-day weekends are cool. And it's not even a holiday. So that's great. And Melanie says she's also been super productive today. Well, that's good. I'm not. My foot hurts, my whole body hurts. I'm just not in the mood. Just not in the mood. What did I hit? And then I said hi to Megan. Shannon says, hanging in there, not writing a lot tonight, but here to chat. Melanie says, sometimes companionship is what we need the most. Shannon says, yep, I'm on a tiny break from Mom. Melanie says, glad to get a little bit of a reprieve, Jen. Breaks are necessary. I gather that means the company hasn't come yet. Or do you have to hire somebody? I wasn't sure how all that worked. Melanie says, oh, Tessa, best of luck on the new place. Fingers crossed. Yeah. Fingers crossed. One, I want this to be over and just done with. And after what happened again the other night, you know, if I had been there, a nurse is on duty, they could have come up and, you know, made a decision on whether or not, you know, what should be done or whatever. Take it out of my hands, making me have to make a decision. They're better set up for that kind of stuff. Jenna says, I'm on mute. There's a new possibility for Tessa? Yes. A brand new place is opening up, and I have an application I got today from my case manager, and I have to fill it out and send them a check for the criminal background check. And so I did that, and it's ready to go to the post office tomorrow. We would have gotten it there faster. We were going to do it by PDF, but then I said, when I called her back, I said, one thing, I can't sign it this way, and secondly, because the digital sign wasn't working, I said, secondly, it's requiring a check, and I can't send a check through a PDF, so I guess I'm going to have to mail the whole thing. So it's a little further away than the other one. It's in a interesting area. It's near the riverfront. It's near a famous place that they're famous for, that town is famous for. So the fact that it's brand new is really nice, instead of getting some old beat up place. So we'll see how this one goes. We're trying not to get too excited, because then you'll just get disappointed when it doesn't work. Nani said, I transferred some early editing notes for your novel, Tessa, from her brain dump notebook onto loose leaf paper that I'm going to put in an editing binder. I think I said binder. Okay. I'm not exactly sure how all that works, so. However it is, you have to do it. Melanie said, I worked on July 5th and was able to schedule another random day off in the future. So I chose Friday on a payday. Yeah, that's good. That's a good choice. Melanie says, don't forget to like the stream, those of you who are watching here on YouTube. It really helps support and boost Tessa's channel. Yeah, I was just saying earlier, I lost 2 people. That's why when I announced my 200 people, I wanted to be over, because I know they come and go, and I just lost 2. So it's like, wow, glad I didn't do it too early. Shannon says, I like that idea better. Oh, there's Greg. I was just wondering about you. I haven't seen you in a little while. Hello. Melanie says, who? I'm here before Greg. Hi, Greg. Jenna says, hey, Greg. Greg says, yeah, I'm late today. Yeah, I wondered. I said, wow, he's not here. You're usually first one in. Hi to everyone. Melanie says, I am too, Greg. No worries. Melanie says, it's just my method of madness for keeping my thoughts together. Well, that's the whole idea. If you can keep them together, whatever works, you know. Rex says, funny that I lost 2 today as well. Really? It's weird how that works. That's why I said, I didn't want to get too far ahead too early with I hit 200, because I know there's always going to be people coming and going. So I got 5 left before I hit the 200. So if I lose 5 more, then I'm in trouble. Melanie says, who was supposed to be whoa. Whoops. So those of you who weren't here earlier noticed I redesigned my thing. And I was in the middle working on it when I got the phone call at the last minute from my case manager. I had to drop everything and get that done so it's ready to go tomorrow morning when I go out to get my physical therapy evaluation. I don't know if they're going to do anything or just evaluate, but I go tomorrow morning, so I got to remember to drop that off at the post office on my way. I have to get it there as soon as possible. I don't want to be too late. But I was in the middle of redesigning my thing, and I'm not exactly sure what I thought I was doing, because obviously my brain wasn't functioning, because I have 2 click, like, and subscribes and 2 Instagrams on here. So I'm not sure where my mind was when I was doing this. That was before she called me, so I can't blame it on the phone call. It happened beforehand, so I'm not sure how I managed to miss that they were the exact same thing. One of them's an overlay, one of them's part of the background, and I can't figure out how to get the whole thing as an overlay or as a background. I don't know what's going on with it, so I did something. And now I had a fuss with it to try to get it and hope it would show up, at least look right when I streamed today, because I wasn't sure. Nani says, I love the new setup. I also noticed that you're labeling which sprint we're on. Nice. So they're both up there, because you're on both. Well, technically, you're not on both. Those of you on YouTube are on YouTube, and those of you on Twitch are on Twitch. It's just that they come through, I see them both. But if I don't click on it and put it up here, like I have Melanie's right now, the other stream won't see it. So I have to remember to always hit each one so that everybody can keep up with the chat, because otherwise you only get bits and pieces and it doesn't make sense. And Jenna says, yeah, that looks great. Thank you. Greg says, I noticed the redesign. Very flower power. It was funny because I was watching a video on creating overlays for Twitch, and she was doing one. This wasn't the one she was doing, but I saw this background. You can't see a lot of it because it's covered right now. But I really liked the color combination and the swirly things and whatnot. And I liked it, so I had to go on the program that she found the picture on and look for the picture. So I did find, at least I think it is. It's close enough anyhow. I like the colors and everything. Like, because I was getting kind of tired of the teal. And I wanted something different. And then when I made the second one, that was just plain stupid looking. I didn't like that one at all. And the color solid. And, I learned about textures from her video. And I'm like, a texture, that would be neat. So I went looking for that texture. So that's, yeah, that's what I was doing. Let's see, wait a minute. You guys jumped on me again. Funky says, hello, or Ola peeps. Ooh, I almost said poops. Ola poops. I'm doing really good. I am tired. I am not functioning correctly. Brain matter's like screwed up. I meant Ola peeps. Funky said he'd be back in about an hour or so. Jenna says Funky. Funky says Starbucks closes at 9 Eastern Standard Time. Boo. I have no idea. I've never been in a Starbucks. Melanie says hi to Funky. Shannon says that's way too early to close. Well, everything's closing up again because of the resurgence of the virus. So there are states closing down and making you put masks back on again. So, things are getting bad again. Monkey says hello there, Jenna. Nice to see you. Melanie says, Umsha. I guess that's supposed to be a song. It's beyond me. Monkey says, hi, Melanie. Melanie says, the background looks like spray paint. Love it. That's true. Kind of, yeah. I like it because it's kind of light and fluffy, and it's bright and cheerful, and I'm not bright and cheerful right now. So I wanted something bright and cheerful. The other one was so dark, and this is bright and cheery. So it's a little screwed up because, like I said, I was rushing like crazy trying to throw it together to put it up tonight because of the interruption. But Jenna says, good to see you as well. Did you get enough sleep last night? Augie says, yeah, so I'm sitting outside a stupid grocery store. Melanie says, my typed out beatboxing was just for you. Oh, it's a Funky. Well, maybe he'll understand it because I sure had no idea what that was. Funky says, nope. Funky says, hey. Funky says, oons, oons, oons. Funky, ah, and some word I can't pronounce. Melanie says, drop that. I don't know, Mike. Melanie says, yeah, my company was supposed to go back to their offices next Monday, but that's been put on pause to look out for the health and safety of employees. Yep, everything's going backwards. That's what happens when people take off their masks too early. I could have told you that was going to happen. But nobody listens to me, so. They got to find out the hard way. And here we go again. Funky says, wow. Shannon says, so you'll stay home for a bit longer. Monkey says we got to keep getting Tessa to try to pronounce sounds. I'm not good with sounds. One of the hardest things I had to do was accents on syllables to learn how to pronounce words. I could never figure that out as a kid. And that was one of the few things I had wrong. Because I was great in school, but when it came to that particular thing, with where the accent goes on the word, couldn't tell you. It made no sense to me. But you don't have to keep trying to get me to pronounce them, because you'll drive me bananas. Greg says, I am no expert, but I believe that this whole corona thing is about to get much worse. In the UK, they have almost completely removed restrictions. Number of cases are expected to soar. Yeah, well, they already removed restrictions here, and we're already out of control. It's already out of control. So, yeah, it's going to get worse. And I knew this when they said we could take off our masks. Of course, the thing is, it was supposed to be the people who were vaccinated. And those of us that have brains in our head know that everybody was going to take off their masks, not just people with vaccinations. Everybody's going to use that because you can't control them. You can't go to every person who's not wearing a mask and say, do you have proof that you have your vaccination? I mean, really now, come on. Use your brains. Melanie says to Jenna, I was going to stay home till the beginning of next year anyway because I love being remote, so I have no problems with it. Jenna says, I hate being on mute, but I have to for now. Gotta do what you gotta do, girl. Funky says, hang on, I need to pause this dancing to eat this supermarket fire tower trail mix. Melanie says, I agree, Greg. Same over here in the States, especially among those who are unvaccinated. Yep. Jenna said, I love it as well. I would love it as well. Phew. Mouth work. Greg says, Republic of Ireland is right next to UK, so I expect numbers will soar here soon too. Restrictions were removed too soon, and I believe it will pay big time for it. Just like before when they started opening things up way too early. Everything rose. And then they decided to go even further and say, oh, you don't have to wear a mask at all. Except in the doctor's office. You have to wear them at the doctor's office. But everywhere else, you don't have to wear a mask. Really stupid. Funky says, you just reading now, Jenna? Melanie, drop the mic. Jenna says, at the moment, I'm on my phone. Jenna says, it's my turn with Mom. Greg said, vaccine is supposed to deal with that. Thing is, the more the virus is allowed to spread and mutate, the more likely it is to get more deadly and somehow find a way around the vaccine. You know, I understand there's a whole brand new one out there now that we're not vaccinated for, so it's spreading too. Just to add, add more to the mix. Melanie said people were so shocked to find out I contracted the virus back in March because of how careful my husband and I were the entire pandemic. One trip to the wrong ER and I got smacked with it. Yep. Funky says, big hugs. Jenna says, so scary. Jenna says, thank you, Funky. Melanie says to Greg, right, and the vaccine isn't 100% effective either, so people who have it can still get it. It just shouldn't be as severe, hopefully. And by the way, you can get the virus more than one time, because that's what happened in my father's nursing home. The people that got it the first time are getting it again. So, just having it doesn't mean you're immune from it again. You can get it again. Just be careful, Melanie. You may have had it, but you're not immune completely. Besides the fact that the vaccination isn't 100%. Melanie says Ohio is trying to pass a bill to not make masks be required among students and staff. Like, how dumb can you be? Plus, kids are really being affected by the Delta variant. Exactly. Melanie says, anytime I don't wear my mask when I'm out and about is when I'm working out at the gym. If I run into a store, I still wear mine. Darn gnats. Oops. Got a bunch of messages here. Jenna said, I kind of don't want mine to go back to school, but it has to happen sometime. Yeah, my daughter says here they're talking about having to wear masks, but they are supposedly going back to school, but they're going to have to wear masks, most likely. She works at the school, so she'll have to wear one, too, because she works there. La Monique is here. Hey, y'all. How's everyone doing? Funky says, La Monique. Shanna says, La Monique. Yay. Funky says, Melanie, how did you know I was eating while singing that? Melanie says, shall we get set up for our next sprint? I think we all could use a break from reality again. Oh my God, you actually had that song in your head? Every time I hear the word fire, that song comes in my head. Melanie says. Melanie says, hey, La Monique. Monique says, just got back from the grocery store, loaded up on writing snacks. Now I'm ready to roll. I've got, an hour and a half left? I can't stay up late tonight because I have to get up early tomorrow. Greg says, very good. And you to La Monique. La Monique and Funky have the same idea regarding snacks, Melanie says. Funky says, hey, Jen, I've got my StreamYard, Twitch, and YouTube accounts newly ready for those emergency sprints like we needed last night. You needed an emergency sprint last night? What was last night? I don't even know what today is. What is today? Tuesday. Melanie says, oh, don't be embarrassed. It's totally okay to stock up on goodies, and you have a good reason, too. La Monique, best of luck. Funky says, was it a Fire Tower Trail mix, La Monique? I hear it's great. Melanie says, hums the instrumental part from Fireball. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. La Monique says, I don't know what that is, Funky. Cheesecake, peanut and M&M's chocolate. Peanut M&M's chocolate, salty and sweet. Melanie says, the funky, that would be entertaining and possibly difficult. Like the way you think, La Monique. Shanna says, perfect, funky. Hop online tomorrow night when I'm writing. Funky says, yeah, Tessa, all the streamers end early on us. Yeah, I don't even. I think I went to. I'm trying to think if I went to bed early last night. I don't think I was online. I know I wasn't streaming last night. I watched a couple streams because Glory Writes the Blues was on, but she wasn't sprinting. I don't know who else was on. That's a shame I cut down all my hours, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Greg says, now I have the song St. Elmo's Fire in my head. Emergency sprints sounds fun. Melanie says, oh, good one to Greg. Funky will do, Jenna. I'm sure someone will be streaming tomorrow, but it's an option. Charlie's tomorrow at 5 o'clock. That's usually where I am Wednesday nights. On Charlie's stream. We bounced down Devin's list, but it eventually ran out. The other night there's nobody on the other night, I know. Because it was on somebody's stream and they said they wanted to do a raid and they're like, there's nobody on. It's like, I can't even do a raid. There wasn't anybody on to do a raid with. Melanie says, I didn't know that was possible, Funky. Wow. Funky says, we ended up in the Twitch ghetto and had our eyeballs blasted out. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Melanie says, the Twitch ghetto. All right, we're caught up. We better start a sprint before you guys start hyping up a storm again. We set 25 minutes. Oops, I hit start and even countdown. Sorry. Start. Get started. Twitch. Now, HK Darkwood went offline and now she's back. C. Chan Wright is on. And Cat Leo's on. Over there. On Twitch. So there's plenty of people streaming tonight. Yeah, Greg, it already started. I didn't even get the countdown because I don't know where my mind was. I hit the start button. Pumpkin says, okay, fine, I'll do some writing. Now it's just time to read, edit for me. And Funky says, see you all in 25 minutes at the end of this. Okie dokie. I don't know what to do. What should I do? I'm not feeling like doing much of anything. Wow. I ended up taking my breathing medicine. I figured I'm going to be up all night doing that. I better do it now. So, what happened in here? Got the sprint. Melanie says, fill out your application. What application are we talking about? Janice says, Twitch ghetto. They wouldn't like to hear you say that. In the ghetto, like the Elvis on Texas. Lizzie says, hey, today I came up with the idea to make a prequel novella for my newsletter of the series I'm working on, featuring two side characters and their love story. Interesting. I've been struggling with the purpose of the two side characters, so I think pairing them together in a romance, writing their backstories for August will give me a better handle on them. Melanie says to Lizzie, hey girl, good to see you. That idea sounds awesome. Melanie says, oh, I love that idea, very clever. Lizzie says to Melanie, great to see you too. Think it'll be a great introduction for the series and will give me a feel on what the 3 books I haven't drafted yet will be. Lizzie says it follows Caleb from the band and Graceland, the girl protag dancer best friend. Lizzie says Caleb was supposed to be with Sienna, but I realized that I'd rather write a character from a book idea I scrapped as the boy protag in book 2 again. And I never could come up with a book for Grace. Lizzie says, perfect solution. Everything keeps clicking this month. Jenna says, I'll be off mute in a few minutes. Shanna says, hey. I hear her voice. Shanna says, Funky and I hit up Twitch last night. Tessa. You mean you were on somebody's stream? If I hit up? Is that what you mean? Melanie said, I read, took notes up until a good stopping point, scene break, and walked away from the computer for a bit to give my eyes a rest. Lizzie says, edited a few words in my pen pal romance and made a document of notes for C and G free novella idea. Brexit got a little done during the sprint. Still working on that video. Getting near the end now, though. Wow. That was the 4th sprint, by the way. I never changed it. Lizzie says, I'm going to need a title for their story. I want to have start in it, so the titles can be start, before, then, now, finally. Funky says, I am transformed. Transformed from what to what? Are you a transformer? Melanie says, what a great idea, to Lizzie. Jenna says, how so funky? Lizzie says, hey, we can start here might be a good title. What do you think? Good idea, Melanie says. And then there's a question. I mean, an exclamation point. Funky says, this is the account I created for the new YouTube channel. Mitzi says, I think we're going to use the title. Lizzie says to Funky Writes, rest in peace, Funky Side. I didn't even realize it said Funky Writes. That's how wide awake I am. That's what you meant by you were transformed. Holy cow. Alright, Funky Writes. Read that already. Funky Writes, rest in peace, Funky Sigh. Okay, got it. Funky Sigh, I'm back. Funky says hi to Lizzie Legs. Lizzie says to Funky, and he lives. Lizzie says Melanie and Devin give the best feedback. Honestly, I'll shut up now. Melanie and Devin. Devin's not here that I know of. What are you talking about? Melanie said, does someone get caffeine? Alright, Funky Side. Funky says, I'll link it in here in a sec, but it hasn't been activated yet. Funky says 24 hours or some shiz. Melanie says, oh, glad it helps, Lizzie. Jenna says, I'm so dumb. I didn't notice the name change. Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one who didn't notice it. I didn't notice it either. Funky says, well, to be fair, the pick is the same. Plus the Funky, I mean, it's, you see the Funky and it just automatically. Never thought to look after the Funky. Funky says to Lizzie Legs, I'm not sure about the hay. I agree with that. I'm not too sure about the hay either. Melanie says, I only just noticed it when I tried to tag him. So Jenna, you're not alone. Funky says, I need to scroll back up and read the idea. Funky says, can you get to this yet? I'll see you in a second. Yep, it's there. Subscribe. I subscribed. Just says she doesn't show any content because there's no content on it. But no, it's there. It doesn't show a number though. I don't know why. Maybe because I was one. I was the first person. Let's see what happens when I go back now. Alright, now it's showing subscribers. 2 subscribers. Jenna and I guess, because she said I saw her say she added you, and I added you. There was nobody there. So I was first. And Jenna was second. So you got 2. I owned the Coffee Quill stream last night. Yeah, that's usually where I go when she's there. I don't understand the game and stuff she's doing, but she's a nice person, so I. Yes, I was first. There was nobody there. And after I was there, a number came up. Well, it's added by YouTube because we were able to subscribe. But it may not be soon enough for StreamYard. Who knows? It is empty. That's for sure. It says it there. This thing contains no content. As it says, now I'm completely rethinking that title. Back where we started might be a better one. Yeah, I like that one better. Definitely. Monkey said that does roll off the tongue better, Lizzie. I think so too. Melanie sub to the new channel. You're getting a bunch of subscriptions right away. Melanie says, oh, back where we started. I honestly love that. Definitely better than the first one. Alright, so that was the 4th one. So this would have to be the 5th. Monkey says, so when no one is streaming anymore, we can jump on there. I won't do video, but I'll put up thematic script times. Well, as you can see, all you have to do just say you can put up like I do the instead of a video, but I don't know if you can. I don't know how it works without a video to start. What you might have to do is start it, pick a, you can even use the picture you use now and put it up there and then start streaming once you got it set up so you don't see, nobody sees you. Lizzie says, yeah, I think I'm going to do the new one. Monkey says to Melanie. Grazie. Lizzie says, you all killing it tonight. 5 sprints. That's because I was here all alone by myself. A lot more gets done when you're all alone talking to yourself. Funky says, Tessa started without us. Yeah, well, if I waited you guys a ride, it'd be 2 hours later. Most of you were here at 9 or later. Whitney was here for a little while, but I haven't seen her in a while, so I don't know if she fell asleep or just went off somewhere. Melanie says, I'm ready for another sprint, only because there's a clip from The Tonight Show I want to watch from last night featuring Joshua Jackson, and I want to watch my forever celebrity crush. Lizzie says, back before, then, now, finally, perfect. Title of the series has when in it. Theme, found it. Good going. Monkey said, yep, Tessa, I'll be doing that. I tried it today. Yeah, I was going to say, all you have to do is go on and put that picture up, and then no one will be able to, you can talk, just like if you want to talk, you can talk, but no one will see you. Lizzie says, Funky should be rolling. Lizzie says, pour that salt, Tessa. What in the world are you talking about? Funky says, somebody has to get all this trail mix and Pitbull CDs first. Lizzie says, I would be salty too. I've watched replays of streams where no one has come and felt bad. It happens. It happens a lot. I put one up the other day, which is weird because nobody was streaming. And it was just a pop-up because I was trying to see if that Nightbot thing works, which obviously it doesn't. I don't know what I did wrong. And nobody came, so I just deleted it. No, it's still showing on YouTube. I have to go in when it switches to the point where I can delete it. I can't delete it where it's at right now. Melanie says, I don't know why, but Pitbull CDs makes me feel so old. He says, take it back, Melanie. Melanie says, I stay off camera when I'm hosting, co-hosting. Otherwise, I pay too much attention to what I'm doing. A lot of people do that. I only do it in between when I'm streaming. All right. Timer. 25 minutes. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It started again. I don't know. Brain's not functioning the same as my hand, unfortunately. All right. It started. What can I say? Monkey says you just don't have an environment conducive to video. Dogs barking, people wandering through, etc., etc. That's one good thing about living alone. Except my neighbors sometimes get so noisy it sounds like they're in the room with me. And I see some people who think it's perfectly all right to allow their animals, their kids, and everything else to be screaming in the background and carrying on. And I just don't think that they should be streaming if they got that crazy environment going on, but obviously other people don't see a problem with it and do it. Funky says wandering even. As he says, if I were to stream, I would take off camera. My teeth are jacked up and I have gross habits when I'm focused. Melanie says, Funky, I can turn so many conversational moments to song references. Funky says, they are wondering why they're wandering. Lizzie says, reading time. Melanie says, yep, I think we need to earmark this part of the chat so Tessa can set us up for number 5. It's already going, people. Pay attention. You keep on talking. It is already 3 minutes in. No, it says Mamba number 5. See? Oh, you guys. All right. I had to finish taking my medicine. See you later. Well, I finished my medicine. I got the rest of my medicine before I have to take before bed. I took it. I'm pretty much ready for bed. I did some editing. I didn't feel like writing, so I edited some of that mess in there. I have 1,046 errors according to Grammarly, because that's the story I wrote and then the new stuff that I just did. 1,046 errors. Holy moly. Because when I was writing it in the blog as a prompt, I didn't use Grammarly, so it didn't get corrected. So there's a ton of stuff in there. Gibber says, just saying hi at work, and we'll get off after one. Have a nice night, you all. Nice to see you, Gibberish. Have fun. You're almost done. What? A couple hours till you get done work? My mind's not doing math right now, so it sounds like a couple hours. Yeah, well, I figure if I take my medicine now, gives the sleeping medicine a chance to start working. So maybe I'll fall asleep faster. One can hope. Did you guys get anything done? You have to go pick up your son, so perfect timing. I got some editing done on draft 4. Oh, good. Melanie says I got a few pages edited and watched the clip I mentioned earlier. That's good. Yeah, I did a page or so of Grammarly corrections. I can't believe how many mistakes I made. But that's what I do if I type, fast and don't look at what I'm typing and just type. That's what happens. That's why I prefer to type and edit it and clean it up as I go along. Because when I go back, I look at it. It's like, that doesn't even make sense. What was I trying to write? Melanie says I'm going to head off early because I have a bit of a headache coming on. Have a great night, everyone. See you Thursday. Alrighty. Looks like everybody is ready to go. I don't know if Jenna, if you're still here, good night. I don't see her for quite a while, so she must be with her mom. Lizzie, when she comes back, we'll all be gone. So, Greg says, we'll be getting to bed soon. Wishing you all good night. Your other day is Thursday, is that right? Yeah. Yep, my other day is Thursday. See you guys then. So, good night, everybody. Give me a chance to get into bed, get settled, and hopefully fall asleep fairly. Not too late. So, good night, everyone. Oh, Mom Monique. I didn't realize you were still here. I'm sorry. Good night, Jenna. There's Jenna. Mom Monique. What she said? Hey guys, I stayed over working on the scene, been adding emotions into my story using the emotion thesaurus. Isn't that a neat book? I think it's cool. And it really adds a lot to the story. Okay, I'll see you guys. I've used the emotion thesaurus many times so far. I think it's really interesting, and I use it, and it adds more to the story, so you're not just stating it. You kind of like gives you different things you can use, different movements and stuff. So yeah, it's that one's perfect. I don't know about the rest of them, but I love that one. I only have the one. All right, everybody's Funky Rights is signing off. I didn't realize he was using Funky Rights again. Confusing back and forth. All right, guys. Good night, you all. Maybe I'll see some of you on Thursday.